What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about some touchy topics. Is that how you say touchy topics? Whatever. We're going to be talking about handicap, I almost said submission, handicap, momentum, and stuff like that. Things that are wrong in this game, in my opinion. So I won't bore you guys with no gameplay, and you guys just won't stare at the screen. I will open some bronze packs. I'm going to set a 5-minute timer on my phone, so I won't ramble on. But to get straight into it, I think what I think about momentum. I feel like momentum is definitely in the it's definitely in the game. Like 1 second, you guys can be winning 3-0. You score one goal, and then your players just start. You're losing 3-0. You score one goal from out of nowhere, and your players just feel like amazing, and like they feel like they have attribute cards and all. Like I definitely have felt that before. And I felt like momentum has definitely been for me and against me a lot. And I feel it almost every day. And another thing, moving on from momentum. Actually, not yet. I'm not gonna move on from momentum just yet. Because also it can go against you, and when it goes against you, it's terrible. It feels like your defenders can't tackle, anyone can't tackle, and that 49 rated guy might actually sell. But yeah, it feels like you can't do anything, and I don't know, it just feels like they could just walk through your whole team, and it's really annoying. But yeah, he doesn't sell because he's a little high rated for the low rated players, if that makes any sense. Moving on from momentum, I feel like this game is super inconsistent. It feels different every single day. Like one day you could be winning, you could be beating one guy like 10-0, and then the next day, like right the next morning, you start playing and then you start losing over and over, and you're wondering like, why am I losing so much? I was doing so well yesterday, and you haven't changed your team, you haven't changed anything. And I don't know what it is, but it just happens. Another thing, guys, another thing that is wrong with the game, in my opinion, is the player instructions and the custom tactics. The player instructions, when you change formation, they also change, which I guess it makes sense because there's different formations and different positions, of course, for each formation. That makes sense. That's how it should be, but it changes, and sometimes people don't realize this, but when you even change it a bit, the whole thing changes. So you have to, it resets, and you have to reapply your instructions. And I before didn't know this, so basically I went into games. I went into one game with like 1600. I went into one game with like my instructions on, and then the next game without my instructions. I was like, why are my players like, why is my fullback pushing up? Why is my player not going wide? Like, I'm like, what the heck is happening? And it was because I didn't know my instructions were not on correctly. And also, custom tactics do help in this game a lot. I advise you guys to use it. But moving on to scripting. Scripting, I feel like it's all in your head. I feel like there's not much of scripting. But yeah, you just feel like there's a lot of scripting sometimes, because you guys could be winning, like let's say 2-1, and then this guy just equalizes in the 90th minute, and you're like, what? Like, how does this happen? Like, you feel like it was meant to happen. You feel like the game programmed it to like happen like that, and you can't do anything about it because you just can't, and you feel like the game is against you. And I don't feel like there's scripting in this game, but I feel like there is sometimes when you feel like the game is completely going against you. Like the bounces go to your opponent, you lose the ball over and over, and you can't do anything about it. It's just like you feel like the game is just wants you to lose, and I feel like that happens to me almost every time I play the qualifying tournament for FUT Champions. And it really does annoy me, and I don't know what to say about it. Like, I don't put it in my videos just because I don't want to put that negative energy out there, but yeah, I just feel like it happens to me so often, and it gets me so angry and so heated. Like, I can't do anything about it. Another thing that is wrong with this game is the sluggishness in your players. Your players feel so sluggish sometimes. It's ridiculous how sluggish they can feel. Like for example, I know the pro player Dragon, the one that plays for West Ham United, obviously the FIFA Pro, does play for West Ham United. How I said, ooh, a guy just sold. Let's see who sold. But yeah, the one that does play for West Ham United did tweet out that sometimes when you put a certain combination of players together, that they do feel more sluggish, and what you have to do with that is just you have to sell the team. And he said he had one good team, really good team, which had a certain combination of players, and he had another team with another certain combination of players, and he liked the team which was a bit worse, which seems weird and it doesn't really make sense, but it kind of helps you figure out like why something happens. So basically your players feel sluggish, he said, because a certain combination of players does make each other feel sluggish, and that makes sense in some way, but in another way it doesn't. But I kind of understand it. Like, I tried it out myself, and I tried out one team and the other team, and the team with more sweaty players and faster players just felt faster. And it's not like the other team didn't have like fast players and had like slow players. It's just that that's how it felt. And sometimes even slow players feel a bit fast. Like, for example, Higuain sometimes feels like the most agile player in the game, and then sometimes the next game he could feel super sluggish. And that's just the combination of players that you are using. So that has been 5 minutes up. We're gonna open one more bronze pack for you guys, and that's gonna be all for today. Just because I made a 15-minute video right before I made this, discussing all these topics, and I felt like that's way too long for YouTube for processing and for rendering, because I want to get this video up to date on Saturday. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Another bronze pack method video is gonna be coming up very, very soon for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day, and I'm out.